Mrs. Kapora, faculty, staff, families, and students to this year's inauguration. I am one of the ASB advisors, along with Ms. Truxall, Mrs. Raleigh, Mr. Drummond, and Ms. Tonda, a Good Shepherd Catholic School lifer and 2012 graduate, to speak here today. The students eagerly agreed to ask Chris because they were so inspired by his leadership throughout his 3 years on ASB. My memories of Chris go back to first grade when I was lucky enough to be his teacher. Even back then, he strived to do his best, was often the first student to volunteer for everything, and was always willing to lend a helping hand to others. He recognized the importance of service at an early age and looked for growth opportunities with each passing year. When the time came for Chris to step up as an 8th grader, he assumed one of the largest student leadership roles on campus, serving as vice president with dignity, pride, and commitment. Christopher never lost sight of his ASB responsibilities, even when times were challenging. We could always count on him. Christopher has successfully made the transition from elementary school to freshman at St. Augustine High School, where he is a member of the freshman football team. He plans to try out for the golf team and run for student government in October. Christopher is a recognized student leader in our school community, and he exemplifies what we are aspiring to be. It is with great pride and joy that we welcome back to GSCS Christopher Callipari.
Good afternoon, Father Michael, Mrs. Kapora, Mrs. Tebach, faculty, staff, students, and ASB for the 2012-2013 school year. My name is Chris Callipari. It is truly such an honor to have been asked to come back to speak to you all today. For those of you that don't know me, I served on ASB for 3 consecutive years and was vice president last year. I cannot believe that it was almost to this day, about a year ago, I was sitting right where Megan is sitting. I am currently attending St. Augustine High School and have already become actively involved. If there's one thing you should know about me, it is I enjoy getting involved in many different activities. I want to take some time to talk to you, the students. As students here at Good Shepherd, I encourage you to get involved. The ASB can plan all the activities in the world, but it all comes down to the involvement of you, the students. When I look at these 14 individuals, I see dedicated students who strive to do anything for the betterment of others and their school community. That defines what it takes to be on ASB. Getting involved will make your school year exciting and very memorable. Now, a little homework. Trust me, it's easy. I encourage you all to go home and set goals for yourself, not only academically, but fun goals, things you can do outside of the classroom. I challenge you, especially the ASB, to work to accomplish those goals. I will give you an example. Last year, my goal in September was to graduate from this school with A honors and a gold cord. This goal helped me throughout the school year when I had one of those days where I could have put little effort into homework or studied just enough to do okay on a test. No matter what grade you're in all of our lives, there will be obstacles and disappointments that we need to be able to overcome. Now, to the elected ASB, I have 2 very meaningful pieces of advice for you. As leaders of this school, you are going to be asked to plan and perform many tasks. And with these different tasks, there could be some confusion, disappointment, and yes, some refusal. But sometimes, that's going to help you all. And I said it before, always stay positive. It is the key to success. Sure, throughout the year, some events won't go just as you had hoped, but that doesn't mean that everything from that point on isn't going to be a success. Keep planning. The more events you plan, the more it shows the students your pride in your position on ASB and as leaders. The next piece of advice for you all is to always communicate. There are 14 of you, but if only 4 or 5 are engaged in the meetings, it will not be as effective as it would be if every single one of you were engaged. You are the voice for the student body. I remember in my previous years, the best ideas came from those that were more hesitant to voice their ideas. If you're engaged in your meetings, you will be so much more successful in planning the best school year that GSCS has ever seen. In conclusion, these 14 representatives will do everything in their efforts to make 2012-2013 a fun-filled year, but it all begins with you. ASB stands for Associated Student Body. You are the student body. As the ASB of 2013, I challenge you to come up with new ideas that GSCS has never seen before. Be creative. And remember my 2 pieces of advice. Stay positive and become involved. I wish you all the best of luck in all your endeavors. To the moderators, I pray for your patience and thank you for your extreme dedication to this group of student leaders. I can already tell this circle of students is one amazing group. Thank you and have an awesome weekend.
Our ASB Vice President, Megan McAventa, will introduce you to this year's ASB.
You, the students of Good Shepherd Catholic School, chose the following people to take roles of leadership in our school for this year. President, Kate Garofalo. Secretary, Ellen Lynn. Commissioner of Finance, Christian Ona. Commissioner of Religious Affairs, Min Nguyen. Commissioner of Publicity, Hannah Kihana. Commissioner of School Spirit, Michaela Georgina. Commissioner of Athletics, Darrell Neri. Commissioner of Ecology, Keone Rodriguez. Commissioner of Health and Safety, Angela Perras. Representative for grades 8, K, and 1, On Lay. Representative for grades 7 and 2, Lily Knudsen. Representative for grades 6 and 3, Randall Rodriguez. And representative for grades 5 and 4, Danica Chargala.
Last May, the students of Good Shepherd Catholic School elected the students before us to represent our student body. They have been entrusted a great responsibility, which